In this presentation, I'm going to be sharing the use of FamilySearch Full-Text Search with my area of research focus, and that is the research of enslaved ancestors. However, these same tips will work with whatever your heritage is. First off, type in familysearch.org/en/labs. And that will take you to FamilySearch's different labs and different experiments that they have. You're going to want to go to expand your search with full text and then click on the blue hyperlink below, go to experiment. And here is the page that you will begin your journey. You're going to put in some keywords, the name of the person that you're looking for, the place, the year from and to, and voila! And that sounds pretty simple, and actually this little box is going to take you on a journey that you never imagined, records you didn't even know existed. Let's have fun. First, let's talk about a few advanced search tips. Find an exact word or phrase. Use quotation marks. Put in swamp with quotation marks, comma, slave with quotation marks. My friend that I am helping knows the name of his second great-grandparents on his mother's side and of his great-grandparents. And we were looking for his great-grandfather on his mother's side and found out that the name Frierson was also the name of an enslaver in South Carolina, and that was near Puddin Swamp. So we typed that in, and we found out some very interesting information. Not always what we were looking for. And then, after we found out so many cool things, we decided to use this tip. Include a specific word or phrase. Use the plus symbol. For example, plus Taylor. After looking over some of the records we found with the first tip, we found a gold mine. And we found that my friend's second great-grandfather, Sidney, had his wife also in some records, and her name was Emmeline. And in this gold mine of a record, the enslaver had listed his enslaved people in family groups, which is a rare find. Emmeline was listed with her family, her father, her mother, and her siblings. Not only was she listed with her family, but her father was listed with his trade, which was a tailor. This led us to the third tip. Exclude a specific word or phrase. Use the minus symbol. So for us, for example, we're going to look for more records on Caesar, who is a tailor and was enslaved. If I don't put minus white or Caucasian, we're going to find a lot of records on many white or Caucasian tailors. That is not what we are looking for. We are looking for an enslaved Negro tailor. Find different spellings. Use the question symbol. Example, Negro, N-E-G-R-O-E, will bring up many records. But N-E-G-R-O-E question mark will return records with not only that spelling, but also N-E-G-R-O-W and N-E-G-R-O. With those three spellings, we get many different kinds of records that we wouldn't get if we didn't have all three spellings. Find different forms of the root word. Use the star symbol. Example, car. If you use a star symbol after that, you'll find matches with car, cars, and carnage. Have fun with these search tips and don't give up after one or two different keywords in there and it doesn't bring up what you want. Don't give up and think your ancestors' records aren't in there. They're there. You might have to play with the words and find the right puzzle piece to put in. Now, I also suggest going to FHL webinars at byu.edu. We have our own family history guru here at BYU. It's James L. Tanner. He is amazing. When you go there, you'll see many webinars that he's done. And this particular one is really worth spending some time on. especially in our discussion today of FamilySearch Full-Text Search. And he says it's a genealogical goldmine. James, I agree 100%. All right, so this was our first search. We used the keywords Negro, comma, slave, comma, servant, and then comma, Muldrow. Now, Sidney Barneau is the name of my friend's second great-grandfather. He lived in Sumter, South Carolina, and they figure that he was born around 1830. And we went ahead and put our ending date of 1870 because we figured, well, that's after the Emancipation Proclamation. However, the Muldrow name we were able to find because my friend did have a really amazing record, a Presbyterian church record, which listed his second great-grandfather as a servant, which meant house slave, and it said W.A. Muldrow. So here goes our search. Results, 366. Wow. Now, I know most of us don't want to look through 366 records to find out if we're going to find the one for our ancestor. However, the records of enslaved ancestors are difficult to find. So we don't just brush this aside. And I suggest even if it's not an enslaved ancestor that you're looking for, take a minute, look at the first few that were pulled up. But then, as we want to fine-tune our research, you'll see the tabs above: collection, year, place, and record type. Click on each one of those tabs and a drop-down menu will come up. And you can fine-tune your search by continuing to click on that and really fine-tune it. And if you don't find what you like there, then redefine your search and your filters. But let's see what this did. So we knew that we had a W.A. Muldrow. If you look to the right of the screen, we'll see Warren A. Muldrow. We'll also see a Dr. Robert Muldrow. Ooh, we also find that Dr. Robert Muldrow is an executor of the estate of a Captain George Cooper. Okay, that's 3 enslavers that we've been able to find just in the AI transcript. And then as we kind of just peruse the transcript just in this little paragraph, we see Sidney, along with many other enslaved people without commas in the names, but we see numbers. Let's check this out. There's Sidney. This record is an inventory and an appraisement of the deceased Captain George Cooper and his enslaved people. And Sidney is listed there. Okay, so that led us to more questions and looking for more jackpots because that was a jackpot. Okay, so this time we look for Emmeline too, who's Sidney's wife. We know Muldrow and Cooper. We hadn't looked for Cooper before, so we type all that in. Bingo, bongo. Here it is. Look to the right of the screen. We see Sidney at the very bottom. A few lines up, you'll see Emmeline. Now, none of these people have commas in between their name. And also, remember, AI is not perfect. So when you're looking at the transcript, it's really important to look at that original record too. But looking at them both together is amazing. And I think what I love most about FamilySearch Full-Text Search is that it brings up records I didn't even know existed, and I wouldn't know what to ask for. Oh, did FamilySearch Full-Text Search color code my document? No, but it sure gives me the opportunity to do so. So the record that I just pulled up is the one that I had talked about in the beginning. There's Emmeline to the left with an underline and 2 hearts around her. And then, as you notice, a few names up, there's a green line. Underneath that green line is her father, and to the left of his name is Taylor. Now, it's spelled T-A-Y-L-O-R, not traditionally how we would spell a tailor, but we find other records where it is spelled T-A-I-L-O-R. So super important not to be hung up on spellings. This record lists her family. So it says Caesar, his wife, and his children. What a jackpot. And within this record, we found Sidney's family as well. This record is September 1829. All right, now we're going off to another one. because that gave us such a jackpot, we were able to continue looking. And we continued looking in FamilySearch Full-Text Search. So this record came up as 1857. Look at the top of that record. Second person on there, Caesar. What's his profession? Tailor, Tailor. Who's right underneath him? Sidney, his son-in-law. Okay, bingo bongo, we've got to save this one. So we go over here to download it. Now there's two download buttons. What do? The black one on the left will only give us the original manuscript. The right one with the blue download arrow is the one that we want. It's going to give us the original manuscript and the transcript of the AI, and then at the very bottom, not only the citation, but it'll give us the link. And if we just click on that link, it'll take us right back to FamilySearch to the actual record that we looked at. Amazing. And then we're going to color it all up. Well, how do you do that? Tools for color coding and marking up your copy of the document. To the left, we have a highlighter. And then right next to it, there's a fine point marker. And that's where I do my little underline and my hearts. And one of my handiest tools is the eraser, because you do a lot of erasing. This is all done with your finger on your laptop. And this is with Adobe Acrobat, but I know Microsoft Office has one. There's many different places that you can take care of all of this. But there is our save button, which we definitely want to do. So that's the tool right there to save your color-coded original and AI document with a link on the bottom to take you to the original document on FamilySearch.org. I just hope you'll have a lot of fun with FamilySearch Full-Text Search and use FamilySearch Full-Text Search to blow up your brick walls.